Hello friends, for those of you who are struggling to get any significant positions in careers, in jobs, and if you're frustrated that you can't get positions that you want to in your workplace or jobs that you've applied, the solution is be your own boss. Start your own business. Do something for yourself, because I've had many setbacks myself from my own experience applying for jobs that I want to do, that I feel like I may enjoy, and that reflects my character and the experiences that I've gained along the way. But I kept applying and kept getting knocked back. On occasions, I'd call them, find out what the problem is. Some of them would just get back to me and say, we had stronger candidates, we had stronger people with experience and what have you. So there was never a chance for me to have opportunity in a managerial position. Even starting in a workplace where you start off in a low position and you want to work your way up, it was still difficult. There were other people more favored than you. And I'm not playing any race game, cards here or anything, but in reality these things take place. Biasm, workplace biasm, or favoritism, these are real things, and they happen. So as I was thinking, do not be disheartened. The best solution is be your own boss, and I am also working towards that slowly by surely. But surely I'm working towards being my own CEO, being my own director, and giving the big finger to all these companies who pretend that they are sort of diversified and equal opportunities and all that bollocks. Give the finger to them, do your own thing, grow your own business, grow your own self and succeed. And I'm sure you will never look back. I know people in my life, and I'm sure in your life, that have been working and have their own businesses and so on, that are doing well. I understand businesses also fail, and it's easier said than done. There are challenges, but if you're in my position, if you're someone who's also struggling to get anything in the level of being a manager, something significant. There were jobs I was applying for, part-time roles, 3 to 4 days a week, very nice wages in comparison to the UK living wage, average wage, and lots of benefits to entice you to apply for the job. And it was a cushy job, the way as jobs go in this sort of bracket. And I would never hear back. I won't even get to the interview stage. And some of the jobs will say no previous experience required, and training will be provided. And I'd get all excited because I felt like I had more than that to offer, and I was keen and determined. But unfortunately, I did not get the position, and it was very frustrating, very upsetting. So start your own business, whatever it is. If it's a physical business, if it's for example, a YouTube channel, you want to monetize and sell a product or a service, whatever. Work on yourself, work for something that's going to pay you off, that no one can take away from you. And this was something I was thinking about, and I was frustrated that here I am doing these mediocre jobs most of my adult life, and no regrets. They've given me good opportunities in terms of having a peace of mind and not being too stressed out. Sometimes less is more. And now I'm slowly wanting to pivot away from working for a company and the 9 to 5. And as I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, I can no longer do any full-time jobs. I've done it before. You name it, I've done it. From gardening, cleaning, trucking, I've done it all. And it's no longer in me. Not that I can't do it. I'd rather put a full-time hours into my own business than for a company that's paying you near enough minimum wage. Then you're getting taxed on top of that. And by the time you're done, you've put in so many hours, so much effort. You have no time and effort and energy for yourself. And you're just getting paid to live and to pay bills. And unfortunately, that's the way society is, and that's the way the world is going now, here, especially in the Western world, in the UK to be precise. And it's disheartening. People are tired. We are fed up of the system. and getting taxed and not seeing the results of your labor, of your work. And I know some people will probably say, well, maybe you should not spend money on cigarettes or this or that. But these are just excuses and stuff. Yes, you gotta live, you gotta have food, you gotta have some form of entertainment, apart from all the stuff that are bad for you, cigarettes and alcohol and what have you. But yeah, the wages are a joke here, and also the taxation system. I mean, the wages, you can, okay, accept it, that's fine. But then you get taxed on the wages, and then once that is done, we understand society needs to work. This is how capitalism works. We need to pay taxes for things to work, institutions and services that the local government and the main government provides, security, you know, in terms of military and what have you. But it doesn't end there. It's never ending. I mean, the taxman is hungry. They want a lot of your money. So you get taxed on your wages. Okay, we have already explained this. And then after that, you go and fuel your car up. You're getting heavily taxed on fuel. £1.40 a litre, 53% or 53 pence of that goes towards the taxman. I mean, how greedy are these cunts? How much money do they want? So, and it's very important for some people. Without having a car, you're not independent, you can't get to work. So it's essential part of people's life, you know, fuel, to fuel your car. And they know this, so they hit you right there. And then food that you need to survive. They also tax you, your clothes, so you're paying tax, VAT, on everything basically. And it's never ending. It's never ending. And yeah, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And they think that we are stupid by them increasing the minimum wage, for example, this year to $12.21. They say we are helping millions out of poverty, and you know, lots of low earning workers in the UK will be better off. But what they are hoping that you and I would not realize is that yes, they increased that $12.21 for the low earners, but them low earners surpass the £12,500 limit before you get taxed. So someone that's on 12.5 grand a year doing a part-time job, all of a sudden they're on 14 grand because the government is generous and they care for you and they want you to have more money in your pocket. That person is hitting 15 grand now because of the increase in minimum wage. So they're automatically getting taxed on that increase. So with the average Joe, he may not realize this, but they think we're stupid. We're not stupid. So they give in one hand, they take in another hand. So this is why I am frustrated, and I'm trying to do something for myself in terms of being self-employed, and I don't want to be struggling for these companies, doing hours and being on low income, because I've tried applying for these, you know, positions that I want to be in. Why not? But in reality, you sit down and think, you know, it's who you know. At the end of the day, it's not so much what you know, it's who you know. And usually people who are in these sort of positions and authority, they probably know someone of someone in this department or that department, or his family members, and they get the job. And this is the reality on the ground here in the UK, and I'm sure everywhere else in the world. And there is unfairness obviously in life, but it also affects you in the work, in your career. So be prepared for setbacks, have a thick skin, and just tackle these issues in a civilized manner. And the only way you get back at these people and these organizations is, you know, giving them the big finger. Once you're ready to move on, you have something that's working for you, do it, move on. There are opportunities out here for everyone. And once you see it, take it and move on, progress. Because if you're working something for yourself, doing something for yourself, they can't take it away from you. Whereas, for example, I'm doing part-time Uber work. Any issues, someone can complain and they deactivate my account. So I am vulnerable in this side of working for a company. So hence, we've got to do something for ourselves, no matter how small, As long as it's something and you can build upon it and progress, that's the key, guys. And I hope I've enlightened you into some aspects of my frustration about progressing in careers and not being able to obtain positions in jobs that you want because of multitude of reasons. Your race, your class. There's classism here in the UK. If you have a working background, there is middle class, higher class. There are certain jobs and places you will not enter because of your class system. And I may be sounding extreme, but it's not as extreme as you may anticipate, but it is there. So there's many aspects. I'm not the only one, you know. It's not a race card I'm playing. It's just the reality on the ground. Even white working class people suffer from this, and it's hard. It's hard when you're trying to better yourself and you have good intentions and you want to make a good living and comfortable life for yourself. So leave me a comment, guys, and let me know what you guys think of this, and appreciate you guys watching this.